Hello everybody, my name is Christian Swenson. I'm autistic, I'm on the autism spectrum, and I make videos here on YouTube about autism, autistic consciousness, and life on the spectrum. Today I wanted to talk about something we do a lot that we don't often think about, which is look in the mirror. I have a mirror over there, I have a mirror in my bathroom, and whenever I look in the mirror, it's an eerie experience. Because what I look at and what I see in the mirror, it doesn't feel like me. What I see always surprises me. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that's a furry, fuzzy, pimply, round thing that doesn't feel like me. It's a bag of mostly water. It's a whatever that is. And it's not me. No, it's not me. And I get the sense that I'm bigger than that. I get the sense that I'm other than that I'm different than my body, that I transcend it. That I'm something big, something spacious that is tugging along my body like a heavy backpack, that is lugging it along, that my body is a burden. I think that's the experience of life on the spectrum, is the experience of the body as a burden. The body is something you're lugging along, the body as a heavy backpack. And there are some negative effects socially of that. I think it is the root of the negative effects we have socially. Because if I'm in the same room with you, it's my body that's in the same room with you. And if I am my body, then surprise, congratulations, overjoy, I am with you. We are together. But if my body isn't me, then my body stands between you and me. So the question is my body an obstacle or a bridge? Is it in the way or is it the way? And that a lot depends on that. Am I my body or not? And by this, I don't mean to suggest that you should be nothing but your body. No, I feel like you should recognize yourself when you see yourself in the mirror. There should be a feeling of recognition, of coming home, of homeness when you see yourself. And it doesn't matter how good you look. It doesn't matter how attractive you are or how thin you are. I think it's something deeper than that, honestly. For me as a person on the spectrum, it's a deep intimidation about embodiment. A deep feeling like I'm not what I see and I can't be what I see. But then there's also the secret feeling like, oh, if I could only be what I see. But it's somehow the feeling is that I can't let that happen because I'm not that. There's like this pull, this fight between the part of me that wants to be here and the part of me that's terrified of that. Feels a bit like trauma, actually. And I think there's a lot of similarities between autism and PTSD. We both do repetitive, rigid things. We are both dissociated. We're both overwhelmed by sensory stimulation. And honestly, I think more research needs to be done about the connection between autism and trauma. Maybe autism is a trauma. Maybe trauma is a kind of autism in one way or another. But in any case, both of them separate the self from the body. Both of them dissociate. And autism is a kind of dissociation. How do you heal that dissociation? How do you get to the feeling like when I look at myself in the mirror, I see me, and when I see you, because I am my body, and my body is with you, we are together. Well, I'll give you a few tips, actually. I'll give you a few different ways that you can, maybe bit by bit, start to feel at home, not just in your body, but in what's around your body, and with the people around you, around your body. One of the things you can do is to kind of imagine yourself as your body in your imagination. Kind of put yourself in different situations and say, oh, that's me, when you visualize yourself. Another part of that is to just learn to visualize yourself. Take selfies of yourself. Take full body pictures of yourself and learn to see that image as a whole. Learn to see that image not just as a whole, but a whole that's a part of a bigger whole. See yourself in the background. See yourself as a part of a background. Learn to see your shirt and your pants and your particular facial expressions and the way your arms go. See that all at once. Learn to see that together with itself. And that visualization, that act of seeing yourself as a person like other people, is immensely healing. It's an act of situating yourself in a bigger space. It's an act of, oh, that's me, isn't it? That's not so bad. It's an act of, oh, I feel contained by that image. I feel contained by the fact and the knowledge that I'm that. And I can see myself right now in a camera. I can see, that's me. And it's a bit eerie. It's a bit eerie to feel like, oh, that guy in the blue shirt with the beard and the hair, that's me. I'm nothing but that. And there's a kind of pleasant claustrophobia that comes from that. Autistic people should know about pleasant claustrophobia, you know, the feeling of the longing for tight spaces. Temple Grandin making the hugging machine. I think she's longing for a body, because that's what the body is. It's a hugging machine for whatever identifies itself with the body. And as a part of that, I think it would be great if we could, as autistic people, learn to feel snuggled by our bodies, to feel like my body is a warm blanket that surrounds me and protects me and is me. As a part of that, it's helpful to feel, instead of like the body's a burden, feel like my body's, instead of feeling outside of your body, because that's kind of how we feel, I think it's helpful to feel like my body's outside of me. Instead of feeling like I'm out here and my body's in here, flip it around. I'm in here and my body's out there, because if that's the case, my body isn't outside of me. No, my body is outside of me, but that means I'm in my body. See how that works? I'll draw it for you. This is what should be. That's what often is. Feel contained by your body. Feel like your body is something that surrounds you and embraces you and protects you. Another thing you can do is visualize yourself like a tree. Feel your roots going down into the earth. Feel your trees, branches being blown about by the wind, but feel the way your roots are grounded and rooted in the ground. Your body is a safe place. Your body is the safe place. And the more you can feel like your body will protect you, because it can, the more you will feel like your body. And the more your body will teach you. And the more your body will become you in a weird way. Have you inhabited your body? Have you learned to feel its feelings as yours? A lot of us on the spectrum have, I think it's called alexithymia, the feeling that we don't know our own feelings. Well, because feelings belong to the body. Anxiety feels like a stomach ache, right? Sadness feels like a pain in your chest. And sometimes we as autistic people say, oh, my chest hurts, when we're really just sad. We say I have a stomach ache when I'm really just anxious or whatever. Learn to feel, instead of those sensations as outside of you, like a stomach ache, interrupting whatever you're doing, learn to feel those feelings as you. Learn to feel those feelings as something that is not outside of you, but well, it's something that is a part of you, right? It's something that you identify with. And so, it's my advice. Basically, in summary, learn to call yourself and call your own what we have disowned, what we have rejected because we're too scared. Not to blame, not to promote guilt, but to invite towards the joy that a body can give. To embody yourself, to descend into the joy of flesh and bone, of feeling snug in one's own skin, of feeling that what you look at in the mirror is you. And it is you. And you're real. Because sometimes we don't feel that. But you are. So there you go. I'm Christian Swenson. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, and I'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.